By the way, I forget.
Oh, if you roll D20 too.
Hmm?
I need Laura to roll one as well. Sorry, I keep forgetting to hold the button down. I'm not used to this yet.
What am I rolling, sorry?
A D20 for background. I have no idea how much you heard of what I was talking about because I probably wasn't holding the button. So anyways.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, perfect. So we have a little table for relationships between players, and that way it helps figure out how you know each other, and it makes it a little easier to bond everybody together in the beginning. And it's just a random table, and then we just sort of build on it to figure it out. So you're just going to roll a D20 for just a player in the group. I'll roll a dice to figure out which one of these three guys it is.
All right. I got a 17. Bethul, the mighty Inquisitor, comes to town seeking out the dark wizards that make it their home and base of operations. And what does he find but a friend from grade school?
Yeah, that you owe money to.
Hey, remember that time in second grade when you borrowed like $5 for an ice cream sandwich? It's been 20 years. Pay me already.
With interest, that's a lot.
So you know Kret for some odd reason. We'll have to figure out that one. But Kret and you, you're indebted to him for something. It doesn't have to be money. He could have helped you out or saved you or something. You guys can figure that out. But there's some sort of in debt between the two of you where you feel like you owe him, not your life or anything like that, but he did you a good one for somewhere along the line. And then if I could get the same, there she is. You rolled an 8, and and then we'll roll D3 again.
And Kret is the turtle?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure I remembered who it was.
Why is everybody magically bound to to her? All right, so you happen to know the elf as well, who goes by Elm is what he's called in the locals. I'm sorry, I'm talking to Loon right now. So she's a high elf though, but you've crossed paths with her somewhere in the path. She was a handmaiden to a noble, and she had a falling out, sort of a love triangle type of thing, and she had to take off. Two of you somewhere along the lines of cross paths, and she has a sending stone where she can talk to you with, and you have one of her, and you're able to at least send a word back and forth to each other. And there's some reason you guys will have this. We'll have to figure this out because there's 3 of you guys that all have this. Okay, and that'll move that along then. So we are down now on the north side of Saltmarsh. Saltmarsh is a town about halfway between Waterdeep and Neverwinter. It's a bustling fishing town that has extremely good fishing for some reason, and then also has become a trade port, and it's just growing. The nearest other town is on the high road about, maybe a day's walk. It's about 10 miles, and it's a nice town nearby called Leland. Well, at least you heard it was, but the last time anybody passed through it, you found it was just a husk of a town now that's obviously been hit by multiple raids. So Saltmarsh then is now sort of taking over the area, and there's a lot of interest in this growing town. You're heading here then is the Loon, is there is a wood elf who you've been asked to go find. You don't have to tackle him or anything like that, but this wood elf has somehow or another been corrupted. Something's happened to him, and he's basically gone in the criminal path, and he stole a bunch of relics and items from a temple there in your homeland, or in a city in one of your homelands, and has taken off here to Saltmarsh. And so they're asking you to see if you could find this guy. His name, I'll find you his name.
She's from a nomad druid enclave that was wiped out.
Okay, so it might have just been someone along the lines he's a wanted man, and it might help you out if you're able to find something on it. You're not really seeking, but you do know that he's supposedly here in town, and it would definitely get you some points if you could find this guy. And his name is Vestin Kurth. And I'll just throw it down in the chat. Sorry about that. I see why it popped up as her. I had you selected, and so it popped up as you saying it. All right. Elm, if you would try something out real quick. If there's 2 squares ahead of you, there's a little backpack on the boat there. See if you can open that. See if it does anything. If not, then I'll just tell you what's in it. But I wanted to test the
Sure.
drop the loot thing.
First, you'll need to unpause the game so I can move my character.
Oh.
Yep.
There we
Actually,
go.
I was trying that earlier, and it gave me the what's the error? Yep, you were too far away to interact with this pile.
Okay, that's right. I'll play with it later. I was just trying it
All right,
real quick, and so I'll just tell you
yep.
what's in it.
No,
So
no, hold on, because now that I can move close to it, it says default item pile. You're inspecting this pile as Elm. Change actor, items, backpack, currencies, gold and silver. Is that what I'm supposed to be seeing?
yeah, I guess I've never opened one before. That's all. I have no idea.
Oh, here, let me drag
I've been
and drop
curious,
the-
and I didn't get a chance to pop it open. So I'll just tell you what's in there. So looking around, you do find a backpack and all. It's a very large one, but it's made of full leather. Has this, you can tell it's his. It has this nice gilded sewing on it and some silver buckles that holding it together. But inside then, and let's see if we just open this backpack up again.
Yeah, so it's a backpack, 50 gold and 500 silver, right?
So that's that part. Yeah, the items didn't work out. I'll have to figure out how to do that later.
Oh,
So
yeah.
inside here then as well, there are a couple of scrolls, a bag of gems.
Oh, is this what's under the party loot? Monk's Enhanced Journal?
Probably.
Yep, gold piece, silver piece, amethyst, sobel, coral, garnet, jade, pearl, spinel, scroll of mending, scroll of purify food and drink, drift clove, potion of climbing. Does that sound about right?
Oh, James, you're probably talking and you're not pressing the
Yes, I am. I'm turning that off. Because I can't type and talk at the same time then.
Yeah.
You're the DM. You can have it. You have it.
Yes.
The
As a
voice.
DM, I usually do that because for the same reason.
It's like, all right, that's not working. All right, so they're first level, 2 first level spells. If those are first level spells you had, grab them. I don't know why those are there, but I'm thrilled that it has something in there. Who knows?
But yeah, so as I said, I'm looking at like the when I go under the journals, I looked under there and found basically a party loot journal, and these are the GM notes. So are these accurate?
I don't think so. I'm typing it.
Ah, okay.
And
Maybe
God knows
those
what
were
that is.
like
That might be from
really-
a previous adventure or something. That's
Oh.
way too much.
before we switched over. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd accept all that.
Bag of gems, gemstone, drift globe. Yep, there we go. And then the gold that you did see, that was right. 50 gold pieces and 500 silver.
Oh, interesting. So when I mouse over the bag, it actually makes a little chest icon in the bottom left. Oh, now it's
So-
just a plain bag looking
Oh.
icon.
Yeah, I probably broke it when I was going in and out of it. So I'll fiddle with this thing more. I'm just going to delete it now. I don't want to distract. So in the chat then is what you got.
Do we have a treasure log?
Yeah, I'll just start one.
Yeah, we do have a treasure log, but I'm assuming it's from the previous one.
It is. It's from the other group.
So how do you want us to handle this?
Let's add one. Or are you going to split it up right now?
In the same location?
Journal. Campaign. I didn't even see the treasure log. Where is it at?
I forget. Does Kret have dark vision or no?
Nope.
Okay. So I guess our first thing would be to basically obviously give the potion and the drift globe and the scrolls to Gesh and have him identify them and try and figure out exactly what the gems were and how valuable they were.
Yeah, I'm going to turn off the other list. And we'll just make a new one and just turn it back on when you guys come back to him. have to play with this. Okay, so sometime we'll switch over the characters that are popping up in there, but we'll figure that out later.
Oh, okay, cool. We can just basically add entries here. Well, in theory.
Yeah, we'll learn it. We'll play with it. If not, keep a note on the side for now. A piece of paper.
Okay. But
Or it's in the
just for now
chat.
just for now to move things along, do we get
Thank
the
you.
potion and the 2 scrolls identified so we can disperse them?
Sure, I mean, it's just first level. The I'm not sure who could pull that off though. Who here the scrolls? What do you? I guess the sorcerer can read those, or who
Yep.
else has magic skills? Okay.
And anyone who can taste the potion should be able to identify it.
Technically, Bethul has Arcana.
Oh, there we go. So, anyways, let's back up. We'll come back to that. The potion, I don't know what the scrolls are yet. The first level, I'll roll them for you. The potion, though, actually is not really a potion. It's a container of oil, and it's a salve. It's oil of slipperiness. Slipperiness. That's hard to say.
All right. And drift globes is drift globe, and what kind of gems, or how much is the value of the bag of gems?
The gems were worth 250 gold.
Okay.
I believe it was like 550 50 GPs each. So, as you guys look, start with the other two. Loon, how do you pronounce your character? I need to learn the name of the character.
I need to see it. Sorry.
That's all right. They're elf names. We just sort of put letters in
Yeah.
there until it looks elfish.
No, it means something.
Oh, okay, that's better than mine.
Talasi Arakora.
Say the first name because I can't say the whole thing. Talasi?
Talasi?
Okay, I'll go with
Talasi?
that.
Our nickname is Tala by non-humans.
Okay. And I'm gonna have for you guys to put your names on your characters for now until we, at least on hover over, so we can figure out what your names every once in a while. Update. So to make life simpler, we will say that Talisi and you guys did not make my life easier. What is your name, character's name as well?
Bethul.
Bethul. Okay, I need to write these down. I'll get them down eventually. So Talisi and Bethul, you two have met like earlier in the day. And for the reason you met is both of you heard that you had leads at this inn, or not inn, this tavern. There's a seedy tavern that's actually on pillars out over the water called the Empty Net. And you were heading down there, both of you, to see if you could move this along and find out what was going on with your own individual quests. When you got down there, though, you would come down to just to the end of a skirmish. You could actually hear it as you were walking down there. And it was some small battle going on one of the docks. And it's wrapped up by the time you got within view of it, and you sort of, some other guards rushed by you, and one guy on a horse with one leg, riding the horse, not the horse had one leg, and he rushed on by you guys all to the dock, and they were talking with some people. By the time you got within eyeshot of being able to recognize people, you did notice there were some folks you know over there. Bethul, you recognized the turtle. I mean, there's not a lot of them running around, so he was like, "Hey, that's got to be the same one I know." And over there, and then as well as our Taliesin recognizing an elf who's way off, but you have good eyes, and she's over on a boat at this point. Looks like they're dealing with cleanup after some sort of combat. And that brings us to there. Now, the other guys, in the time that's gone by since we wrapped up, Eleander shows up shortly afterwards with a bunch of guards. People saw you from across the water and called them across the little bay there, and they rushed across the bridge over to you. They got here obviously too late for anything. But at this point, though, they have taken into I don't want to call them arrest, but they've taken into their control the noble and the knight, as well as the other guards. They've resurrected or brought back with at least a healing potion pretty much everybody there, except for I think there's one guard who's probably not going to make it, the one on the other docks. It's been a while for him. And the noble, he tells you, Eleander says that they can't really arrest him because it's outside of their purview if they don't have any crime that they actually know of and everything, but they can put him under house arrest and ask him not to leave this area, and then they are sending notice down to Waterdeep to get someone up here to handle all this. But he thanks you all and assures you that he will keep them safe, and now that you understand that it's a revenant that's after them, that they can take additional measures, so at least the revenant can't get to these guys.
All right, good
And
enough.
he pays you their money and hopes that you're good enough on that one.
Oh, what's the pay, by the way?
I think that was 100 gold a head for each of you.
Okay,
And he
cool.
calls it done because he never hired you to stop the revenant. You were just supposed to find out who was doing all these killings, and you did that.
Great news.
Yeah, so he can bring in a bunch of folks to deal with it rather than you guys having to deal with it. And that brings us then together. As we're all together there, or as you can see the other folks, you recognize some faces over there by the inn. Eleander looks around and goes, this would be a good time to drop in and disrupt business at the inn over there. Let's go see what these folks are up to. Can I buy you all a drink?
Certainly.
That was good to me.
That would be appreciated after a bit of work.
Yeah, of course you can.
He says, well, it's a busy, busy night. We've had some things going on across the way as well. Just regular smugglers, criminals, and so forth, but they do take up the time. Oh, this guy's gone. We'll take him off the board. All right, well, we'll just make life easier, and I'll just take everybody. I don't have anything set up with teleports and all yet, so I'm just going to drag you all together and put you in the inn, and we'll call it done from there.
Fair enough.
Hey James,
Just
where,
making a beeline 120 feet.
Yeah.
Hey James, where did you put the new treasure log? Because I cannot find it within the list of journal entries.
Oh, handout library, Streets of, oops, says Saltmarsh. I need to change that, but it's Saltmarsh treasure. And I'll fix that as well. Yeah. And if I'll make a regular blank one too, in case you can't type in there. All players, owner, just to make sure. Maybe now it'll pop up.
Oh, now I can see it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Permissions. And where am I missing? Oh, Elm, there you are.
Who apparently can just run on water.
Yeah, you gotta go really fast, that's all. All right.
The tavern is literally called the Empty Net.
I didn't name it either. But these are old adventures, and they've got some really corny names for some things, like the sea elf called Oceanus. Like, really? You had to go there. All right, I didn't bring along. Gesh didn't get copied, so I'll just bring him in. Gesh was underneath there.
Yeah, he's Craig was standing on top of him.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You are quite fast, one turtle. I mean,
I've been practicing. Thanks for noticing.
you ran me over there.
I'll bring 2 guards with him as well.
Eliandir Fireborn. I think whatever tweak you made to the tokens to make the names appear under them has changed.
Oh well. I'll come back to that some other time. Yeah, you have to if I want to do that for every time instead of just dragging them out or something, I actually have to go into the prototype token, and I'll deal with that later. So the inn, it's a seedy looking little place. As you wander into it, you can tell this is not a place you normally would go. The only folks here are rather rough. There's 3 guys sitting around. It looks like a fighting pit, laughing about something. 2 other guys over to your right, playing cards. A bartender who is a big burly guy. He's actually bald. The picture token's not. Big bald guy, overweight guy, who's puffing on something, some sort of smokable, and he's staring out at you all.
Is this the empty net?
Yes, this is your old unfortunate home.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Elm gives Eleander a bit of a dirty look as she sees it coming up in the distance. Really? Here? Couldn't we have gone back to the nice inn? You can't tell me you're that cheap of a date.
It was right next door. He points. Plus, I like to come here at least once a month and give Kreb a good shaking.
Well, don't let me stop you from having a good time, then.
As the original party makes their way into the tavern, Bethul is going to come along to the door and he's gonna put his hands on his hips. Is that you, Kret? My, it's been an age since I've seen you. Thanks for that help, by the way, with the ship and all. Terribly sorry about skipping out on you. You're not still upset about that, are you?
He squints and kind of looks you up and down. Oh yeah, Bethul. You guys made it out all right then, all right?
No, it was just a plane to one of those, chaos or wherever. It wasn't that bad.
Well, good.
But definitely wouldn't have made it without that ship.
Well, I'm glad to be assistance. So Leander's got the first round. You get the second.
That sounds about fair.
He chuckles.
Who is this Eleander that you were discussing?
Oh, a obvious fighter who looks like he's a veteran of some sort is missing a leg, but dressed rather well. Says that would be me. I'm sort of seen as the captain of the guard, but not actually the captain of the guard. Let's just say I'm a good friend of the guards.
So are you even a part of the guards, or do you just simply work alongside them?
My power comes from Waterdeep. The guards are hired by Saltmarsh.
No,
I have a writ in case things go to hell to take over. But otherwise, I just lend a hand, and they gratefully accept it.
You have quite the stand-in. Not exactly the same, but I am of a similar pursuit. I don't work for any local militia, but I go here and there and am allowed certain freedoms.
Sounds like adventure to me.
Yes, but my freedoms are granted to me by a slightly different power than just simple love for adventuring. Plus, I have a handy little, and he's gonna hold up a small. I don't even know necessarily what it would be. It's some sort of I guess it's a library card, for lack of a better term, because he is technically a sage, is what his background is. So he has access to research material and stuff.
Well, then
So
you would definitely know about the academy that's here. There is a huge library for the wealthy who send their kids here to train, and then also for the magic users or budding magic users. And the academy here in town is you would definitely know of it. It's got an insane library. Some say that there actually is only one of them, even though there's hundreds of them around the land. But some say there's only one and that they're all connected.
Yeah, he basically has a library card that lets him access research materials and things that are typically kept off guard or are harder to find.
So as you're all sitting there having your drink and listening to the bar noise and people chatting, a guard comes rushing on in. He's got like some keys in his hand, and he's got a scroll under one arm, and rushes on in to talk to Eleander. He stops as he gets to the door, though, stops and looks at you, Kret. I mean, just dead stop. And his hand points up. Eleander, he's right behind you. And he's pointing at you, Kret.
He looks. Boo.
So, well, the Eleander looks back over and who's right behind me? He says, the merchant you had me arrest. He blinks a little bit. I think you're a bit confused, Johnson. No, that's the man without the weapons, but that's the one I arrested. That turtle guy.
Nope. I'm right
Leander's
here.
like, he's very confused too. And are you positive? He looks around. Do you have a brother or something?
So perhaps you should take a seat and explain exactly what's going on, and tell us about the first time you met the turtle. Because we've been with this gentleman all evening, so there's no way your story could be accurate.
Christ, but he has to say markings too, and he's talking about some of the markings that you have, just distinctive features that he picks up.
Elm,
You talking about Kret?
Elm
You're
just
talking
holds
about
up.
Kret.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elm holds up a hand, basically shakes back her sleeve so you can see her tattoo, makes a gesture and with an arcane word, and all of a sudden their second Kret is standing there. Magic can do many things, so it's highly likely that you were fooled. Now, start from the beginning so we can unravel this mystery.
Well, they had me arrest a merchant who was bringing some stolen goods in here. This is really not the place to be talking about this. He's looking around at the bar. A few people are looking over. Looks like they're trying to listen in, but not. Anyways, that's the guy we arrested. He was wearing different clothes.
So
You
I think,
landers.
as El mentioned, you were probably deceived by some magic. Where is he now?
He could be anywhere, after all. You never know with those tricky types.
He gives
He's-
you a look.
What?
Smiles.
Do I sound funny or something?
Hey, now.
Eleander says, I take it he's out in the cart, right? Yes, sir, he's in the cart. Fine. Can we go outside and talk to him?
Kret's gonna start heading outside.
I can't have no three cats.
Right. Elm's gonna walk behind Kret, basically just like mimicking his walk the entire way, even to the point of like swinging her arms and legs in the same pattern once she gets the gate down.
If he notices, he'll start walking funny.
She'll sort of just giggle to herself and then stop.
Let's see if I can find a cart.
I don't see a cart here.
We're gonna
What's
throw one on real
going
quick.
on?
Here, I'll use this one. Good enough. All right, cart.
There, she points.
So, in the back of this cart is a large cage made of, like wood tied together cage, prisoner transport. And there is a tarp over the top of the whole thing. So you can't see who's in it. You can just see some of the wood and stuff and some motion or hear noises from inside.
At that point, Elm sort of basically backs off and lets a Kret go poke the thing.
He'll go around back.
Okay.
What's the back look like? Is it open?
Yes. Yeah, it's just a box sitting inside this cart. If I can move faster, I'll even put a box in there, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
No worries. He'll look in.
Okay, lift the tarp, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a turtle in there. I mean, it's obviously not you, but it's a turtle.
Hello.
looks over at you and a little bit of surprise. He talks back to you. Hello. Here, I gotta great.
So does he look almost identical?
You're thinking about it, and maybe to humans he might look really similar.
Oh, okay.
This just might be a racist thing. You're thinking.
Oh.
And Iliad, I should have bragged about as well. So he's coming out as well as one of the guards. They're the ones there protecting the drinks. He tells them, "Stay here. Don't let them put anything in my drink."
He's gonna say, "So, Iliander, go ahead and look for yourself."
He looks. Oh my God! It's your twin.
Oh, Jesus. No, it's just another.
Tala is
portal.
going to snort.
Well,
You humans all look similar, but I don't understand how you can mix a turtle with another.
they've got the same markings, and he's pointing at odds and ends, but he's not picking up any of the things you would. He's missing things like we would say, like, well, he's got blonde hair, the other guy's got black hair, but
Yeah. Look at the spottings on his
It's
shell.
totally different. But you're getting he's getting an idea. You can tell Eliander's this little smile starts going up because, all right, if I was fooled, and he was fooled, I might have something for you guys to do tonight. This could work. He looks around a little quieter. Oh,
Yeah, Krelm just kind of like calls out from the safe distance. We haven't even gotten our drinks yet, you know.
oh, hell with the drinks. Listen,
You would
you'll
say
have all
that.
night.
You
You'll have all night.
promised.
You have all night. I've got the gold for you. Listen. But we gotta say this a little bit quieter. This turtle in here was in town to sell a red dragon egg. No, sell or buy? Yeah, the guard goes, buy. Oh, okay. He's
This
here
is
to
ours,
buy
right
a
up.
red dragon egg. So, if you all could do the deal in place of him, and then, where's that marker pen? We need to find these guys. If you put this pin on the leader of that group, he'll go back to his group. We can then scry to where he went and break the entire group. So these bastards are rolling into town selling dragon eggs and God knows what else. I need him stopped.
I'd be
I will
happy
pay
to
you
help.
pretty well.
I mean, no one should sell children of no matter their race.
Oh, all right then. If you're paying, then I guess we shall.
I'm not sure how I feel about your plan, but you can count me in.
I'm definitely interested. I would like to get the dragon out of their hands. That's for sure.
Hopefully they don't mistake you for any of the eggs.
Well,
That'd be bad for them, I think.
now let's try not to get scrambled in the process. Do you know exactly how dangerous this is going to be, Eleander?
I do. That's why I'm asking you, and I'm not trusting. And he nonchalantly points to one of the guards without them seeing them.
Yes, of course. All right.
Now, should be a pretty simple. It's not too far. It'll be somewhere in this area. The meetup was supposed to be here at the end, which is why we're around. He pulls the tarp down tight and ties it off so no one can see what's inside it. And you should be able to find it here. I believe, though, it's a late one, like around 2-3 bells past the midnight. So you'll have plenty of time to go rest. And
What
just be
about
back
the
here.
people in the inn who heard the exchange?
I don't know if they know the whole deal yet. That's why we're out here. They'll
All
hear
right.
that someone looked alike.
So essentially, we're going to need to basically pose as the turtle merchant, basically get the egg from them.
Yeah, buy it. And he moves around and pulls a big bag off his belt and tosses it over to you. We took this off him too. Bastard was going to try to double cross him.
Okay.
They're fake.
Wait.
Yeah.
So that means that we're going to be double crossing them. Then when they get angry, they're going to be going after us. Would that be accurate?
Well, hopefully you'll be gone by the time they catch on to the ruse.
Keeps getting better and better.
We'll have men nearby, though. I can bring in 20, 30 men within a minute.
Alright, well, if you... I guess. Alright. So do you even have this person's name? How are we supposed to pose as them without the information?
The total here? Oh, yes.
Any...
His name's Flynn. Well, that's what he's calling himself. Flynn, right? Yes, yeah, that's what he said.
Alright. If we could perhaps... Is Flynn awake?
Yes.
Alright.
Flynn's just sitting there depressed inside his cage.
Then she will slide over to Eleander. Alright, how much discretion do we have with Flynn's fate?
Oh, the Merchant? Well, yeah, I don't know if he should die for his crimes. It was mostly going to be a monetary and some time.
Alright then. And she says very quietly, does he know that?
Oh. Well, it depends if he heard me. Right now.
She's sort of just gently pats him on the shoulder. You're such a dear man, but perhaps if you could take all your little friends and leave us alone with Flynn here for a while, so we can talk business with him. Hmm?
Done. I'll leave the guile to you guys. This is not my area.
Excellent.
So, if I might voice my friend, next time you try discussing plans of subterfuge and that kind of stuff, I would suggest walking away from the cart just on the off chance they can hear you. Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Oh, did. Yeah. He wanders off. Yeah, it was a stupid move.
He pats him on the back as he goes by. It's all right.
Right. Yeah. So once Eleander leaves with the his fellow guard, Elm will turn and look at the two newcomers.
I shall put him back in the bar.
So, we're to be working with you on this as well. Am I correctly understood?
Who is he talking to?
You two.
Oh, the new players? Yeah.
She nods.
Oh, and he would have mentioned on the way out that he'd give you the same going rate, $100 a head.
I came to town looking for some specific individuals, and it seems that this is a good option to run into them. So of course I shall lend my help. Plus, who can just sit idly by while there is such unique transactions going on inside of a town? Things of this nature aren't typically held very above the board.
No. Well,
Things
good,
are worth making a detour.
good enough then. Then what? Just so we know, what skills do both of you bring to the table for this endeavor?
I'm good at making friends in the nature.
I can vouch for Bathul.
But specifically, I'm martially trained in both sword, in mostly close quarters combat, but he'll kind of show like a little hand crossbow that he has like somewhat tucked away. Do have this just in case. Lost my bolt case though, so might want to get some more of those, otherwise I'll just be firing blanks all night. But skilled in close quarters combat, and specifically I am quite good at dealing with those that use, not necessarily trying to be offensive, but tricky magic, such as yourself. If anyone tries to blind me or the like, I'm very good at avoiding it.
I'm just kind of shrugs. All right then. So, you beat things over the head, and you talk to gerbils. Excellent.
And oversimplification.
More like I talk to bears and cougars.
Well, hopefully that shall come in useful in town tonight. We shall see.
Shrug. I heard there are animals in cities too. I could always call a few of them if needed.
All right, then let us talk to this man here, and well, that's weird. So I mouse over the turtle merchant and I get the
Yeah,
generic woman token. Okay.
exactly. Because I threw a
Looks
commenter
nothing
on
like
the
me.
board and changed his picture.
All right.
I know.
So hopefully we shall get a little bit extra information. Hello there. She. Oh yes, that's right. She looks down at her turtle body. Now she sort of basically knocks on the cage. So Flynn, is it? Let's have a little conversation, shall we?
Yeah. This sucks.
Indeed. But if are you willing to deal with us, or would you prefer to basically let Eleander do what he will with you according to the law?
Oh, I'm more than welcome to deal with you. I'm just a merchant. And there was an opportunity, and it's all gone south.
Indeed. But you can get out of this a little bit better than you started. So, if you work with us and give us all the information we need in order to resolve this as well as possible, I'll see to it that Eleander releases you without a fine, so you can go on your way without having lost anything else further. Does that sound like a fair deal?
It does. I can go with that.
All right then. Excellent. And she flashes him a big smile. Well then, start talking.
Well, I was approached by a gentleman who down in Waterdeep. Well, he said he was coming from Waterdeep and he wanted to get a hold of the dragon egg. He asked me to go pick it up and he paid me to do it. And so I have the coin, well, the gems, and I'm here to buy it. There's really not much else to say.
And however, my understanding is that the gems are in fact fake. Were you aware of this?
You can make a perception check if you'd like at this point. Or insight is actually a better one.
Okay, cool.
Brett will be watching too.
Okay, Cret and you can do it. You two are right there.
Oh, good thing I actually had expertise in that.
So he's not. You can tell that he wasn't surprised that you know they were. Well, actually, he's surprised that you know they were, but he knew that they were also fake. And you see a quick look over his eyes as he's trying to come up with another story.
Did he say where he found the egg at? I don't know if I heard.
No, he's here to buy it.
Yeah, he's here to buy. He doesn't know where it is.
Okay.
All right, Elm just sort of just holds up a hand and says, "Look, I really don't care about that part. I'm simply just asking a question. Again, good faith on your part, good faith on our part.
What's the question?
Did you know that the gems were fake?
Yes.
And you were planning on simply hoping everything worked out when you gave them fake gems for the egg?
Yes.
Well,
Was going for an early grave, I think.
Well, I was going to slip out.
you're assuming they wouldn't have noticed immediately, but actually, at this point, she'll basically go over to Cret. Cret, can we see those, please?
I guess he gives them up. He probably does. He's probably not pushing the
Sorry,
button.
button. Yep, he hands it over.
And she'll basically just open them up and does he just generally inspect them? Do they look like badly fake or like?
Oh no, they're good. It's a bag of diamonds.
Well then, so these might have actually passed muster until you were gone. Fancy that. She sort of closes them up and just tosses the bag back to him underhand. All right then. So I believe we're going to actually have the guards stash you someplace safe until this is all over. After which point we'll make sure that you get the best treatment possible. Now, but is there anything else that you wish to tell us that you know of the deal? I'm assuming there's some meeting place, code words, times, anything else to identify the buyer. I'm assuming this was all arranged.
Yes, arranged through Kreb, the fat human inside. He knows the sellers, and they were going to reach out to him, and then he's going to tell me where the meeting is.
Well, that might be a little difficult for us now. I mean, the guy yelled out, didn't he get arrested, the other guy.
I can work, Kreb. Don't worry about that.
All right.
What if I paid you to let me go?
With what? You don't have anything I want.
You don't like diamonds?
No,
What?
I don't
Real
care about
ones.
money.
Elm kind of narrows her eyes. Why would you want to pay for something that you're about to get free by morning?
Because I'd like to go now. Like right now.
Are you
Now,
worried
doesn't that
about
suck?
retribution?
Oh, sorry?
Are you worried about some kind of retribution?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well. Then please keep worrying, because I prefer to keep you around until this is all over, just to make sure your information is accurate.
It's a lot of money.
But you see, if you've given us poor information, then basically we can go to our deaths, and the diamonds won't help us at all. As opposed to if we keep you here, so we know that us returning is basically the only security you have in getting out of that cage.
He just plops down onto the floor there. You can see his head start shrinking inside of his shell.
Very good.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh,
I see you understand how this is going to work. Excellent. So
Look around. Hey, you, Turtle. Gems. I have lots and lots of diamonds. Get me
yeah.
out of here.
He holds up his bag of diamonds. I know.
No, the real ones.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can show him to us after we finish your deal.
Damn. And then completely retracts into his shell. The shell sort of tips over onto the ground.
Just looks around and says, all right, how do you want to handle Kreb? I can talk to him myself, and I'm fairly sure I can come to an arrangement. Does the rest of you have a better idea?
I think you know him best.
It seems fine with me. I'm going to get a drink if that's the case.
Just make sure that Iliander pays.
Oh, of course. If that bastard's in there, he's paying for all of them.
No dissent? All right then. Let's go get this fellow stashed away somewhere safe. Move this thing along.
As you walk by Bethel and tell you, he bowed to you guys. Nice to meet you, Gesh. Pleasure working with you guys.
Likewise, I don't often get the chance to work with such a dignified race as yourself.
Thank you very much.
I
mean, I wouldn't say that about all of them. I've known quite a few dragonborns, and he just walks off. Thinking of Thorn, is that a bastard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there are quite a few bad apples, but you never know. At least you're better than humans.
Yeah. Kesh reminds me of like the nerdy little brother of the town jock.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I went into sorcery, so I could at least do something.
I can hold him in place if he tries to come at me, but
yeah.
If he gets me once, I'm gone.
That's right. Dad's more proud of you anyway. All right, so back inside then. Eliander's in there talking with Kreb, and one of the guards pops out of the hallway. There's nothing in on here. And he nods to the other one. The other guy starts walking on to the back, and Krebs just looking at him. You know it's the drill. If you stop taking stolen goods and keeping them in your own damn business, we wouldn't have to go through this all the time. Krebs like, I don't know where you come up with these crazy ass ideas. In fact, I think you've had enough to drink. You should probably. Then you should thinks twice about it. Grumbles and wanders down a little bit more. Hey, doll, what are you doing here? Looking for work?
No. She looks like basically like a big turtle member.
Oh, does she? Oh, sorry, I missed that part. He's not going to say that at all.
But as one approaches, he does hear Elm's voice come out of the turtle's mouth. Hello there, Kreb.
Ah! Well, that's going to ruin that image forever.
So is Iliander here having a bit of difficulty finding all your secrets? He sort of leans forward on the bar.
You see him blanch a little bit.
Should I Should I tell him all of them? See
Quiet,
the
girl.
see the total give basically a nasty grin.
You owe me.
Hmm. Not by my recollection, but how about this? We have a bit of a quandary here because apparently Flynn was going to tell you some information that we need now, and if we get this information, then all of these guards here can leave you alone, and there won't have to be any further difficulties.
You see him, he smiles a little bit, little side smile, and chews on his cigar. Oh, so that's what he's doing. He looks at Eleander. Okay.
What you mean doing guard things? Yes.
Well, guard things. That's how he sees it. I see it as disrupting legal and open trade.
Oh, you mean like trade where they like where you basically store the big bales underneath the trapdoor that's located.
Ha, she's lying. He doesn't. He's just trying to rile you. He says, I don't know where it is yet. They're gonna come back. Come back at sometime after midnight. Before we close.
All right.
Supposed to be a few hours before the first light.
All right. Understood. Going to hold you to that, Kreb. We'll be back.
Yeah. You don't have to do that. And the guard who went into the room on the other side comes back. There's nothing here. It's clean. Eleander says, that's one thing this place has never been called. Clean. All right, let's go.
And you see, she'll actually walk up to the guard and say, try if you're looking for where they keep the goods, try looking in. And she gives them the fake place where they always leave empty. So when the guards go looking, they don't find anything.
Okay.
And then intentionally look over her shoulder at Kreb.
So you sent him upstairs. The guard goes rushing on up the stairs. Then after Eleander points and says, "Go." And he disappears. A couple minutes goes by, or a little bit goes by, and eventually comes back down. Yeah, it's there's nothing wrong. There's some things here. There might be a fine in it. Just fine. Write down an inventory and report back. And then he starts heading out. All right, guys, I'm leaving here. I don't like the smell of this place. And you, 3, no fighting, he yells, and then he heads out.
Was that his own guards?
No, he's pointing at the guys around the little bloody fighting pit over there.
But there's a fighting pit. What else are they supposed to do?
Eventually, soldiers disappear, and so do they, and they start wandering off in with the cart, I guess, at this point.
Great, I'll just go sit down and have that drink on Eleander.
Good enough. All right. I know that you guys need some rest. Does anybody want to just hang out here for 8 hours and call it a long rest? And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That's fine. Ketch is going to open a tab under Eleander.
It's not like you're going to bring up that name.
Left without my goddamn drink.
Well, this way we get a meal too.
Right. Well, the night goes by rather quietly. I mean, it's somewhat noisy for this place, but nothing major happens. There's the 3 guys, of course, get into a fight over there with some other person who comes in. Heads or tails if the person who came in to challenge actually even made it out alive. They got dragged out. Some people come in from the back. You see through a little door. There's a dock out back, and some folks come in and drag some stuff off and some boxes and things on upstairs. Some trade going on. There's a shout from one of the rooms in the back and some laughing. Just seedy bar business, but nothing that you need to get involved in. And time goes by. Anybody have anything they want to do, investigate, anything at all over the next 8 hours?
8 hours.
Yeah. It's a full rest. So I mean, you're going to be hanging out. You can go find a room if you want, or come
Okay,
back.
so this is basically like mid-afternoon, and we're coming back after midnight. Would that be accurate?
You're coming back, yes, exactly. Because they're expecting it a few hours before dawn, so like 3 in the morning.
Well,
So
wow.
that would bring up around, 8 hours from now, 7 or 8, so early evening. Still, it's a little bit dark out. It is dark out. It's close to coming up on winter.
Tennessee is
Okay.
going to have a chat with the local phone life.
The local whom?
The local fauna.
I don't know what that is.
The animals.
fauna.
Plant.
Oh, fauna. I'm sorry. Yes. So.
Sorry, my accent is bad.
That's all right. I'll get it eventually. And then I won't notice it all, and I'll be like, well, how come you don't understand that? Anyways, yeah, local wise here, it's a sea town, and on the bad side of town. So we've got seagulls, fish, and lots of rats, some raccoons.
Makes friend and ask them if they're what's the life here in the city.
The raccoons love it. It's some of the richest things they've ever found in life-wise. It's much better than their family where they came from out in the country. The seagulls just say me, or whatever. Mine, I think is what it was. Mine. So there's not a lot the seagulls could say. There's just boats going around. They have, though, noticed and have been staying clear of the swamps that are on the edge of town and stretch out for like 100 miles. It's a huge swamp. But there's been some dragons that have been moving around in there, and they're a little bit worried about that, so they don't fly over there anymore. The rats around here, they know that there is a body underneath this boardwalk that everybody has been missing, and they want to know if you want any.
I'm fine for
Courteous.
now, thanks.
And that's about it, really, in this area. I figured there's bloodstains on the map. I had to put it there for something. All right, well then, anything else? Otherwise, I'll just go 8 hours forward.
Bethul is... So there's a magical university
Yes.
in school, in town.
Yes.
So Bethul is going to chat with the barkeep and just kind of ask if there's been any word about any students that have been expelled from the school for mysterious circumstances. Like it was all kind of hush hush. No one really talked about why they got expelled.
He seems a little stumped on from the language school.
Yes, the school that's in town. I'm just curious on if, it's...
Oh, there's always rich kids getting thrown out of there. Those spoiled brats coming into town.
Yes, that's kind of what I'm assuming. I tend to do a lot of research on my travels, so I was just curious and if this school had a good reputation or not, because obviously if you're having a lot of students, get expelled and no one's ever really wanting to talk about why, it looks a little bad on the school, and I might not want to, spend my coin researching there.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of former students that rolled through here. Maybe one will be by later tonight. He's usually come by here all the time. They probably got thrown out of the school because of gambling, though. It does bite some of them, and they just can't let go.
That is a fair enough assumption. Well, thank you. You have put my worries to ease. I shall make sure that I let my fellow researchers know that this school is held in moderately high regard.
Yeah, you could say that.
He's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
But you're also getting the idea that he may not know what that school really is.
Yeah, and Bethul's trying to be very subtle. He's like, I'm pretty sure that they teach magic at this school. Is there anyone that's been kicked out because they did necromancy on a classmate or something?
I got that, yeah. But he hasn't heard that here. Or he isn't telling you.
Yeah, either way, it's he's gotten some information.
So time goes by, place fills up, place empties, place fills up again. So as it's emptying out again, it looks like maybe for the better part of the night, the only ones that are left here are the ones that are really locked into gambling or very drunk. At that point, then Kreb makes a gesture to Elm.
All right, she'll uncross her legs and make your way back inside.
And you guys can go ahead and give yourselves all a full rest for those of you who need that from last time. Got the place. You know those buildings over on the edge of the market on the opposite side? There's that old warehouse that they've been fixing up again. That Cartwright's moving into. There. In about a half hour, maybe less.
All right. Now here's the question: Did I notice anyone who wasn't, since I know this place reasonably well, do I notice anyone who wasn't a local come in and talk to Kreb?
Yes.
That I could
Absolutely.
pinpoint as possibly being the one that basically he got the information from.
Yes. But unfortunately, you couldn't see much. A lot of the folks that come in here come in very cloaked until they get in, or some of them keep their cloaks on, but not everybody wants to be known.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what information did I get from basically this personage? Human,
What do you mean?
Human,
I'm sorry?
male, female.
Oh, that type of information.
Yeah.
Humanoid, probably human. You didn't see ears, but the cut of the nose and jawline looks somewhat human to you. So you don't think it's an elf. Maybe money. They walked a bit low with a bit. Like, give me a insight or perception. You could pick, and then I'll figure out how much details to give you.
Try perception for that one. 10 average.
All right. So money. So the person came from money. There was a bit of a swishy walk to them. Not a warrior.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Elm gives Kreb a nod. All right. Did they say anything else, or simply set up the location?
Location and time. 3 bells. Past midnight.
All right. That's 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm using that term. I know I'm using it wrong, but.
All right. Excellent. They are expecting Flynn, correct? Or do they not know?
And his company. Nobody goes into a meeting like this alone.
Sort of narrows her eyes. I see. Well then, I'll make sure to keep Iliander off your back. Assuming you've been straight with us.
When have I ever not straight with you, girl?
Let us not count the ways, Kreb.
He just laughs.
I should sort of give each of her companions a tap on the shoulder, motions over to her new friend, the mage hunter.
I think the druid went swimming.
Yep, the druid made herself
She's not
scared.
swimming.
She's washing her feet in the water there.
And talking with the animals, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Did anyone see where the woman went?
No, I did not.
I saw her come out.
Then I'll take advantage of this background feature you gave me, huh? And I'll engage that sending stone.
There you go.
And just send one word. Saying one sentence. We have the location. Come back to the inn so we can continue.
She's going to come back.
You have one for her too? Good gods, Elm!
I think she's got a lot.
Look,
She goes around, doesn't she?
How many people?
Look, things happened. Okay, I don't understand it yet, but I'm sure James will figure it out and let me know eventually.
Yes, I'll come up with a story for it. Has to do with an artificer and some drinks. I don't know.
Well, if she's the mastermind, that makes sense. That she has a network of operatives around her, or friends.
That's pretty much basically what she's been doing in this town, professionally. All right. So Elm, once we're all out of safety, out of earshot of anyone else, Elm will sort of like give the quick rundown. Basically, it's sort of an old warehouse is getting fixed up. Basically middle of the morning is when we're supposed to approach and do the deal. It says, I think it'd be wise, if possible, to scout the place out ahead of time to avoid any double crossing on their behalf. Does anyone have any particular skills?
That's not necessarily in my wheelhouse.
Big friend with a few of the animals around here, and ask them to check the location.
Right. Excellent. That would be very helpful. She looks over at the paladin, raises an eyebrow.
I don't have much in the realm of infiltration. I do have the ability to detect magic, should we fear that there are magical defenses in place. But
Excellent.
thankfully my armor, and he's gonna like click his knuckle on his armor, won't make too much noise sneaking around.
Excellent. Then, that case, it'd be good if you could have that up when we enter the place. Let us know if there's going to be any dangers we're walking into when the time comes.
I will keep that in mind.
And Elm will sort of walk over and give the traditional Elvish greeting, which I don't know, so I'm just going to basically theater of the mind that one.
Yeah.
Say,
Don't speak a lot of it.
And in Elvish, she'll give her full name, Elamistius Elinia Mara.
Tarasi Arakura.
Right.
We had a meeting before, but
Yes, it was. I'm blinded.
Yep, sorry.
He
Loading
can talk
E4
real fast.
still
Loading
loading.
We've just dropped into the E4 optimization zone. What plane of existence is this?
The theater of the mind, man.
And
Then
put this on
she'll
party
repeat.
center.
Okay, there we are.
Then
We're
party
so
center.
small.
Yeah, no, I got a little carried away on the size of the map, actually. It's the other way
Yeah.
around. Your size hasn't changed at all.
This map is.
I
freaking
know,
huge.
but
It's very tiny, yes. Yeah,
Alright.
I've learned a lesson, but it won't happen again. But it's going to happen for this city for a while.
Hey, I'm glad my Zoom works really well.
Yeah, I'm glad your Zoom works really well, too. Says you can zoom in and zoom all the way out with one click,
Heck yeah.
whether you want to or not.
That's exactly it.
Then in Elvish, Elm will give out basically directions where the warehouse is.
So it's the middle two buildings there, the ones with the little smokestacks on top there, and the tent piece out front, or what do you call those things? What do you call that? That hangs over the top of the door.
Awning.
Awning. Thank you.
our ear.
Yes, that's the one.
Where is the empty net again?
It's on the other side of this big dirt thing behind you. So about 300 feet. Let's switch to the big map. These guys haven't seen it, actually. So we're going to go to the city map that came with the... activate. That was a big circle.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, someone made a great big aura.
Yeah, someone just fireballed you all. Sorry. That didn't
Sorry.
work out well.
Finish.
I can do it. I don't know how to do it, but I did it.
Have you been eating beans?
So if you, I think I can do a shift click. There we go. So the Empty Net Tavern is over on the left side over there. You guys walk around that little bay inlet area, across through the market. The market is just starting to set up. It's about 3 a.m, so there's a few sleepy folks bringing things in. You see folks sleeping in the back of their wagon still, and just starting to set up the morning market there. This is the produce market, all the things over here. And then that series of buildings there, the building just to the right, actually this other market, the green market's up here. That one.
Okay.
Cool.
So just to the southeast of that is the building you're all going to be going to, which is where I'm going to switch back to.
So
The
we have-
number 10?
Yeah. Well, sort of. That's the bridge, but yeah, the one next to it. I'll just draw a little. I'll put some things on it. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I have doodling tools.
Between the market and the bridge.
Yeah. There's that one, and this is where you came from. It's over there.
we made a nice little path.
Yeah, each one of these squares is, I can't remember. I want to say it's 500 feet.
Yeah, it's big. You had us run
600.
It once. Yeah, or you had us run for like 5 rounds straight to get to a combat once. So it's very
That's
large.
right. You get across the one damn map. And I think you guys were started going to the middle. You weren't even trying to get across the whole thing.
Yeah, I think Thorn just got tired of that and just started pulling out the longbow halfway through the run.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
using up of my fighting spirits and longbow in it. That's it. Fuck it.
I'll catch a horse and ask him if he'd mind taking me there.
So, all right. So now we can switch back. Now that we have the scale, where you just while we're on this map, just to give a reference of the city, is the main part of town is on the cross the water there from you. You have to go across that bridge into this. The area you're in now is pretty much the poor part of town, and then oddly up above on those cliffs area up on top is the rich part of town. And that's where all the big mansions and business interest of owners are up there. It's mainly a fishing town, so the richest folk in town are all fishers or own fleets.
And the
All
two
right.
named houses are Ellendeers and the mining companies.
Yeah, that's the only two they've actually been to so far, because one person was dating someone from the mining company, and the the other one, well, everybody knows Eleander. Okay, so let's go to. So my goal is to someday do all of these grids. I wish I hadn't done them 600 feet wide though. 4. Activate.
Oh goodness, what is the circle? Oh, there
I
we
don't know. I think so.
Look, I thought it was a ruler, and it was not a ruler.
Well, it sort of was. It's a
Is there
ruler in
a-
every direction.
Is there a way to give an aura to a token?
Yeah.
So I know for future
Yeah.
things.
We'll worry about it for the next night. We'll just know the night. But I'll put one on you. What's the distance though?
Specifically, I was just going to have it for detect magic, just in case. It's 30 feet.
I haven't tried this yet, but I'll work on it while we're talking.
Not a problem. I just wanted to double check because I know in Roll20 it's fairly easy, but I
Yeah,
don't know how
and it is
weird
probably
this
is here too. I just don't know it yet.
All right. So since Tala asked to be brought there, then Elm will basically take a walk with her.
No, I was kidding. I said if that was the case and we would need to run all the way there, she would ask
gotcha.
a horse to carry her instead.
I don't know how to do this.
All right, and I think the so how much time do we have? Like 2 or 3 hours before it's third bell?
No, because you guys were going to go back and he didn't get to know, so we're talking 30 minutes. I thought it was. That's what he said. He said,
Oh.
yeah,
In
pretty
the
soon.
day or we're in the evening?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Oh, it's
3 a.m.
about 2:30 in the morning now.
Okay, she's going to take a small hat from her bag. I'd rather have a pouch, but it said it's a hat, so it's a hat. And call for the bat. But before it can flee, she's going to try and talk to it and ask her if the bat wouldn't mind spying for her. Since
Done.
she can talk with all animals. Out of vermin.
Yeah, I don't think a bat would have an issue with that.
Yep, they like to check.
I'll come
People
back to
watch.
this. We'll work on the ore another night. Okay, give up on it now. All right.
No problem.
But you can welcome to dig around in there. It's somewhere in the effects, passive effects. We'll have to Google it. So the bat takes off. What would you guys like to do? Okay, for the next half hour. It's not a very big warehouse building. I mean, we're talking it's probably like 50, 60 feet long, so it's a smaller building. Oh, not even that. 30 feet by 35 by 30, 25. Okay, it's a little guy, little building. So the bat comes back. There's people in there.
Crap, we just looking around, seeing who's outside, who's going in and out of that building.
Nobody going in and out of that building.
All right.
You can see some light, which is really strange because that's the only building that has any light at this time because everyone else is still sleeping. There's some businesses there, maybe a townhouse.
All right.
There's a big double door on both sides of the building.
Where should we enter, Elm?
I would assume at this point of the night we can simply enter in the front.
Yes.
Don't forget, you also have the pin that he wanted you to get on them. He'll
get on people.
Yeah,
So
to
that
put it
way-
on the boss person. If someone could slip it onto the boss person some way, somehow, without killing them.
You were wanting to have me be able to detect the magical auras in the area just in case. That will take me a few minutes to set up, so we have some time before we go in, but just let me know before we start making our approach. So you have like 10 minutes or so heads up.
All right. If you, how long will it take you to prepare?
Like I said, roughly about 10 minutes.
Excellent. Then I'd say let's prepare about 15 minutes before the third bell.
Elm, you might want to take this. He'll hand you the pin. I don't think I'll be able to slip it at him very easily.
He kind of shrugs, and she'll take it.
What were the scrolls, James, that he picked up after he spent the night with them? Did he happen to figure those out? If not, I'm cool with having them unidentified. I know it might be a hassle to.
I'll find something in the meantime. I'll get you back
Right.
on that one.
So I think, Kret suggests just keep an eye and see who comes in and out.
So what does the pin look like?
It's like a little brooch type pin. Just
Oh.
as a little, you could slip it onto someone's clothes from the outside, or
Okay, something relatively basically innocuous and not shiny.
yes, exactly.
All right. Could we pin it to the inside of the bag of fake diamonds that we're going to be handing over?
You could. I mean, there's no guarantee that the bag's going to go back with them, but yeah.
True.
I guess you could try to mage hand it onto him, but that's kind of.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mage Hand makes a big
Glowing
basically-
hand.
glowing
I've
hand.
never used it, so.
Yeah, it's only you have to be one of those arcane thieves to get the special mage hand that's invisible.
Oh, like what Mal has, yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm used to.
Exactly.
that-
Everybody else is just glowing bright hand.
Yeah, that
I
would
have a
take
glowing
telekinetic
hand.
feat, and even then you'd still have basically a glowing pin, or just a flying pin.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Just slowly floating towards him.
What the hell is that? Dodging under it.
The big bugs around here.
Yeah.
All right, then. Elm will just basically be like, all right, well, hope he likes girls. She'll start adjusting her armor, pushing and prodding and pulling things to make certain assets stand out more. And she'll say to Kret, all right, here, hand over the bag of gems, will you?
Let me give it to her.
All right.
Well, I suppose that's one way to weaponize your assets.
Well, one does what one must. We'll say that I'm sort of basically part of the retinue, and I'll be the one doing the trade. I'll give the bag. I'll give the bag and basically get the one of the rest of you can get the dragon egg. I'll try and see if I can cozy up to the man for at least a little bit. Try and slip it on him. God, this is such a terrible plan, but oh well. Thanks, Eleander.
I'm going to stay outside because it's easier for me to get out there. If you need me, just use your ring.
It only works once a day, but you can hear.
Yes, try and stay close to the building, just so in case things do happen, you'll be able to get in immediately.
Of course.
All right. Excellent then. Now, does anyone else have a better plan than simply just than what I just said, or?
It's like we're just gonna walk in.
Not really.
Unless you want me to kick the door down pretending to be some sort of military police there to arrest people.
No. My assumption is what Eleander actually wants to track this person back to his source, and that would simply scare him off. I mean, ultimately, she sort of taps a finger on her chin. I guess ultimately, if we wanted to try and take them all down and knock them all unconscious, and then simply pin the pin onto him, and then stage a basically a scene afterwards where he's sort of able to, makes the finger quotes, escape.
Or an animal to pin him if you want.
Would the animal be able to manipulate the pin? I'm sure I could put it in his his pouch or something, but would it have the skill to actually pin it to him so it wouldn't drop off?
How big is the pin?
Maybe 2 inches, made of silver, painted.
And so it's basically a pin brooch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So like think of like a smiley face pin.
There you go.
You have to like pop it open, thread it through the closing, and then pop it shut to make sure it wouldn't fall out.
Yeah, otherwise it just riding on a horse might fall off somewhere.
Yeah, you probably would need human-like fingers to pull that off, unless you can sort of summon a monkey. Which I don't know. I mean,
could be. There might be one in town.
Yeah, I mean, the sword goes to very temperate, so I don't think there'd be like.
It is a trade town.
Yeah, that's fair. So you got what? Half an hour to find a monkey.
Actually, less than that now.
Yeah, I don't think there is a monkey around.
All right then.
All right.
So Bethul, your sword arm doing all right?
If we were in the day, I could have said like a bird.
Yeah.
But
it's not a very low planning day, unfortunately.
All right, we'll have to go with my unacceptable skills. Let's hope this works out.
So the arrows are just showing where the entrances are on that place.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
So about 10 minutes before we start heading in, Bethul is going to pull out his amulet focus, which appears as a crystal ball that is covered in multiple many-colored eyes, and he will use it to... Okay, that wasn't me. I was like, did I accidentally click a dice?
That's me.
He will use it to say a small prayer to himself, to Savris, to open his eyes to those that tear at the weave. And this is... Oh, sweet. I can do it this way. When I cast the spell, it allows me to click on people.
Oh.
Cool.
So if I move around now... Oh, no. Never mind. I can't grab it.
But I think
I just put it down in a space.
But you can grab the template and move it to place it back over yourself, right?
If you really wanted to. When you go to the measuring area, you should see a icon that looks like a little explosion. It's right over the top of you. The measuring tool is like a ruler, backward L, and then you should be able to just click on that little draggy thing and move it places like I just did.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the measuring tool for like the person, not the little angle thing. Yeah, measurement controls. So yeah, measurement controls, I can grab it and move it.
Yeah, that might work for now at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that is a... Oh wait, hold on. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. He's a paladin. He doesn't have ritual casting.
I was wondering about that one. Okay.
Yeah, so he can he'll cast the spell before they go in.
Okay.
Sorry. I was like, the spell's a ritual, but paladins can't ritual cast.
Oh. I figured maybe a ritual caster.
You would need a skill to do that.
Yeah, I love ritual casting feat.
That might be his next feat, but
there we go.
I don't know.
That's fair.
Right now, that's the only ritual he has.
Yeah.
Well, he has alarm, but
so
anyway,
just to make it clear, we want him to get away with the diamonds if things go south.
Indeed. More importantly, we want him to, once we get the pin on him, we want him to get away. The two goals here. Primary goal is to get the egg. The secondary goal is to get the pin on him and let him escape. And that's how we'll get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone clear?
Nods.
Yes.
And Bethul,
Worst comes to worst, we beat the snot out of them. But
you and I are running interference and keeping the toughs off everybody else.
Indeed. If worse comes to worse, then we'll attempt to basically take them all prisoner, and then perhaps fake a scene that'll allow him to get away with the pin attached to him. So let's review our rules then. Then Tala, you're going to be staying outside. And Kret, you're going to be Flynn because, as we know, no, all of you look the same. She gives him a wink and a pat.
Yeah.
And she looks over at oh god, man, memory is terrible.
That's right. Gesh?
No, Bethel.
Oh.
Bethel. How about you be the one who takes the dragon's egg? You'll be the tough.
Sorry, who's wanting to take, or who are you wanting to take the dragon egg?
Elm is saying that you'll be the one to take possession of the dragon egg.
Very well, if that's what you desire.
Yes, I will take the diamonds up and do the trade with them. You'll take the dragon egg from whoever gives it to you and bring it over to Kret over there, and then Gesh will simply stay in the background the way a caster would and basically provide overwatch as security. So all of us are essentially Kret's basically protection for this endeavor. Or Flynn, as I guess we should call him.
Yes. Make sure we use that name.
Flynn?
Indeed. Aye.
Alright. Flynn.
All right then, and she gives her clothes one last tug and checks her sword in its scabbard. All right, well, all right, Flynn, lead on. Let's get this over with.
He'll head over to the front entrance.
And do try to look a little bit nervous, like our friend in the cart was. He didn't appear to be the bravest swordsman. I don't know how well our Mark knows Flynn.
He says, "But I have a retinue. Can't I look a little noble?"
Carry on.
He stands up, kind of prance, walks a little haughtily up towards the door.
Oh, okay.
Tiny map. It's a tiny building.
I was like, I froze.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
So I should warn you. I'm sorry. I will do that from now on. I will warn you. Changing maps rather than you thinking, "Oh my God, everything is locked up."
Yeah, that does happen.
It does more often than not. So I should say something.
Did we lose our music? Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
so.
that was just outside.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm just going to re-click this, that way it'll show back up. So, pay no mind to this.
That's right. We'll just know it's within. That's the distance of this thing? That's how big it is?
It's only 30 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't need to put the radius thing on. That's the whole building. It's only 35 feet wide.
If I am in the building, I can see what is in here.
So this to throw the spell up or what it is, it's just detect magic? Is that all it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And it does act. And nice thing about detect magic is it does actually work through basically certain distances of like wood, stone, everything else. So unless there's like unless the walls of this place are like 3 feet of wood, then basically we'll see anything before we even get into the building, or we'll see things through the walls of the building.
Okay, so there is a few magical items inside. I don't know how much details you get.
It's just me that sees. I can make it glow. I can see a faint glow. It's not I make magical items just glow, because that would very clearly give it away if I just walk into a room and all of a sudden
everything starts glowing. Yeah. No, I figured that. So you get. I'm thinking it's a predator view type of thing, where you just see the little red outlines of stuff.
I'm roughly able to see a faint aura around them, and I can get the gist of the school of magic.
Yeah, the visible ones. So as you're approaching the building, you can sense there's magic in there, and then once you get into visual range of them, using your action allows you to basically see an aura around them and the school.
Witcher shit.
So if it's in like a box or something, I know that there's a magical thing in the box, but I don't know anything about it. If it's laying out on a table, then I can see if what school it's possibly from.
Okay, so at this point, since the doors aren't even open yet, all you get is you can see through the walls type of thing is some glows. There's one at elevation and another glow at the same where you are on the opposite side of the building. and I'll give you more details when the doors are open and stuff.
Should we knock? Or should we just open it? Would that be rude?
We weren't given any sort of passphrase, were we? Usually there's a passphrase or special knock or something for these types of things.
Elm just shakes her head.
Fair enough. Well then, if you don't know, you knock with authority. Wham! Wham!
Go ahead. I think you guys could open the doors.
Alright. Ooh, I'm on the measuring tool. I was like, why can't I move?
Yeah, click on the little door symbol.
So, door opens. There's a person there across the way, an elf actually, and he's looks up at you. He was picking it like a knife out. And he's picking his fingernails with it. He looks up quickly on that one, and you see a smile go across his face. And he's the one where the glow is coming from. And then there's something magical or something buried up above. There's a loft as you walk into the room. Now you can't see it on this view, I guess, but there is a loft up above. Goes across one length of it. It's a hay loft where there's a bunch of hay. What you see on your map, those little pillars, those are the beams that are holding it up, and then they've got some crap stuffed in underneath it as well.
And it's this guy that has the glow?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually now that he has it out, you can tell it's the dagger because he's sitting there picking his fingernails with it.
With the doors open, Benthal's gonna like walk in, make like clear sign that he's like investigating the room, and then he's just gonna step beside the door to basically be like he's kind of acting like a muscle, like
Yeah.
walks in, case the place, and then moves so that way his employer can walk in, and basically says, "It's clear, sir."
Perfect. Flynn will walk up, come in, just kind of look around. He'll nod
This-
to the
This guy
to,
starts walking backwards, going over, nods to you all, gets out of the little corner he was hiding in, heads back to his boss area. Actually, he'll just step in out of the way. This guy finally turns around. He was washing his face in the water.
The door's my old enemy.
a clean brute.
Can
Yeah.
you not walk through the
Yeah,
door or something?
I can't walk through these
Oh,
doors.
yeah, open that door. The other doors are closed still.
No.
Okay, I was about to say, is it doing it again? God
Yeah,
damn it.
there's the other doors
Someone
open
let
now.
me in.
Yeah, you just have a problems with doors. I don't know what the hell. Try windows.
Get
All
you
right,
to make another roll.
small little bar. The guy looks up. He looks over at his friends, the elf. I told you they'd come. That dragon age much too valuable to pass up. Yeah. So let's do this quickly and let's get out of here before something happens.
And we close the doors behind us, it looks like, right?
Well, that'd be a good time. That's a good point. She's gonna take a break, and let's all take a quick little bio break before we dive into this because we won't get one afterwards.
Okay.
So how about we pause at this point and take 7 minutes?
Okay,
Yeah.
Roger.
All right.
Right.
Sounds
See
good.
you 7 after.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Luna, we're in a bio break till 7 after.
Yeah, nice. Sorry, drinking tea means bathroom.
Yes, it does.
Yep, I know how that feels.
Yeah, and on the cold autumn night, I like a good chai
Ooh, good choice.
with just a touch of chocolate almond milk or soya milk, depending what I have.
Sounds good.
That's awesome. It's to counterbalance the taste of black tea. Sometimes it has it's a bit bitter.
Yeah, that's the problem with black tea. Is if you oversteep a little bit, it tends to get kind of bitter.
Yeah, it'll dry my mouth
No,
out
black
sometimes.
tea, even if it's not over infused, still have a little something of bitter, an bitter aftertaste. It's what makes it black tea. But if you add a touch of lemon or a touch of milk or a touch of pseudo milk, it goes away, and it adds a richness, the flavor that I really like.
You can also add a couple grains of salt if you're worried about sugar content.
Yeah, no, salt is worse for me because my kidneys are not working right.
But salt and saltiness and bitterness take up the same taste receptors, but salt is less powerful. So if you sprinkle in a little bit of salt, it'll cover up the bitter taste.
That's good
Fun
to know.
science fact.
I
Yeah,
could have
that's
changed
cool.
something here, so if it goes black on you, it's coming back.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a very small amount of salt. It's only, like I said, like a tiny little sprinkle bit.
Yeah, but I have to be very careful with salt because I get kidney stone really easily. My medication is making my kidneys not uh, work properly with anything that is a bit of crystallized, like salt, potassium, stuff like that.
That's fun, but yeah.
I
health
even
comes
have to
first.
be careful with calcium.
Oh, that must be challenging to avoid sometimes.
Yeah, which is why I try to eat the less possible of all of those, so it's not as bad.
Does it include the calcium that you get from cheese and dairy?
Yeah, I eat it in moderation.
Okay, well, that's not bad. As long as you can still eat it.
Well, I'm not a fan of cheese, so it's not that big of a deal. Except I like Swiss cheese, but
Oh,
it's one of the few I like. So
that's fair. Do you like Gruyere?
yeah, I like cheese that are not like squeaky cheese or extremely tasty.
Well,
They
that
taste
stuff,
too much,
Ah,
that
like
like
stuff
cheddar.
destroys me. Yeah.
like a milder cheese.
Yeah, milder cheese.
So, James, do you know why, basically, depending on what I highlight and move around, I can variously see the top of this
Rebooting.
loft?
It's
versus
probably
not?
I probably didn't set it up very well. Let's see. Can you give me a screenshot and post it in? I can see what you're seeing.
Because if when we were outside, I could like see the loft.
So the loft should, if I set it up right, I probably did because I'm not used to our new one here. Is that if you walk under it, it should disappear.
Oh, that's weird. If I just basically just drag and drop, just drag and try and select around where the loft kind of is, it appears. Then if I click on Elm's token, then it disappears, which is weird.
I'll have to work on that one. So
Yeah,
it should appear if
I
you're
don't
up
even get
above it.
Huh.
Oh, if you're above it, okay. So elevation.
I thought I had it set up right, but I don't want to do it now.
Yeah.
Next time I'll do more testing. I was a little busy buying an RV this week.
No.
Shopping.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how many damn pictures I've looked at. Still have to get to win the one that I want, but we'll see what happens.
Nice.
When you mouse over your character, is there a way to actually set the size of the text?
Which text?
Like Bethwell, when I basically mouse over his token, the text is very much smaller than all the rest of ours.
Yes, there is. There, it's buried somewhere.
Buried under prototype token somewhere?
Somewhere, yeah. You might be able to find it in there, because I did add something to it, but I thought it was everybody. We'll look into it. But actually, I'll get a notepad, and things that pop up, I'll just write down and we'll look into between sessions. That works out real well for me, because then I can just check them off as we go, as I fix them. But yeah, I was trying to change the token text, so I've got a module to change the size of the text, mainly for Orden, because he hates anything messing with his picture. Token text size irregular. I figured, hey, if I could just fix it with a module, then it's done. Oh, it looks like you found it.
Nope, it just did that on its own. So.
Oh, okay, who knows?
Wah, wah.
Okay, where were we?
We're just walking in, and
yeah.
We
So
walked in.
the elf looks around and said, he's telling his guys, I told you they would come. A dragon egg is much too valuable to pass up. Guy looks over.
absolutely.
Flynn?
He nods. He says, Gerald?
Well, I go by Veston around here.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Oh, should we not have known his name was Gerald, that his token was named that?
Oh, yeah, I think I changed his name. That's Joys of Dragon blank ones out. That's right. We'll just put his real name in here now instead.
I mean, Veston.
There we go. Thank you. Veston Kurth. So yeah, the wood elf looks over at you all. Well, let's get this done quick before something bad happens around here. Not the greatest in the neighborhoods. So, here's what you asked for. And he pulls a backpack off and holds it up. It's a real large backpack. You throw the payment over to here. I'll leave the egg here. No muss, no fuss. In 5 minutes, you walk out. We walk out before that. As soon as you toss the coins.
I have lots of backpacks. Why don't you put the egg on the floor so we can see it?
Done. He starts fiddling with the bag.
Elm just kind of sighs and twiddles her hair and looks over at Kret, waiting for the word.
Veston opens the bag, puts his arm in there, and pulls out about the size of a watermelon, really. Guess it's a dragon egg, not like you've ever seen one before.
Is that what was glowing, or does he have something else that's
The dagger
glowing?
was glowing. It was the
Okay.
dagger he was holding in his hand.
Right.
And guess you recognize that looks like a dragon egg.
I was about to ask you, can he do like an insight on it? Because he would,
Yeah, go for it. Give me a perception
he would,
check.
he might know. He's never seen one, but he would probably know what it like. Look like. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. You said perception.
Yeah. I guess. I'm trying to think of anything that would be better for that one.
Nah, nothing on that though.
Too hard to tell from here, and the lighting sucks. Looks like one.
Yeah, all right. Talk some stuff. Man, looks like an egg.
So
But the question is, it really a dragon one?
what do you guys want to do about it?
Elm is waiting for Kret.
Guess she's waiting as well.
He'll look. He'll just stare at it. He says, how'd you come by this?
You want me to tell you the truth or tell you the lie? The lie will get you in trouble. Actually, the truth will get you in trouble. The lie, you can walk out of here and be quite happy.
The truth's always best for me.
Stole it.
Oh. From a dragon?
There's a big green one.
Wait, this is a red egg, right?
That's what it is, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the big green one up north runs a little fife and town and so forth.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah.
She had it among her things and does it now.
Is Taylor outside the door? Like, is she looking in?
Yeah, where do you want to put your character?
Isn't that like a song? The outside looking in.
I mean, I only got one square around the edges you can move in, but where would you like to be around the edge of the building? Oh, she can hear me. Maybe you're on mute still. I'll move her by the door. Because
Okay.
I dropped her there. She didn't.
Well, he would ask her, or just say, "Is that legit?"
She's going to look. Can
Yeah,
I
there's a
do
little...
a nature or something?
Sure. There's a little window right in front of there you can peek into.
Yeah.
Oh, nature roll. That would have been a better one. Oh, I didn't think of that.
I thought maybe a druid might know about eggs.
Yeah.
Is it legit?
It looks legit from here, definitely. Until you actually hold it in your hands and really closely inspect it. For all intents and purposes, that's a red egg. That's a red dragon egg.
Okay.
He'll give Elm the signal, kind of look at her and nod.
She nods.
The elf looks the elf seller looks. Wait a minute. Hold on. Something's not right here. You're not Flynn.
Flynn has 3 swirls. You only have 2.
Yeah, exact.
He says, "And you're not Jarl. Are we gonna do this?"
Show me the stones.
Yep. Elm will just sort of flip her hair back over her shoulder and saunter up to the guy here. Do these two look like just muscle, or do they look vaguely intelligent?
Muscle.
All right. She'll just sort of casually sort of sauntering by, sort of push this guy out of the way, and just basically, is Kret coming with?
He's moving up a step.
And you'll see she'll sort of make a subtle gesture behind her back for him to not.
Okay. He's staring at the bag, making sure everyone knows that he's watching her pull out the goods.
Right. She'll as she's walking, she's very casually unlacing the top of the bag, and basically then folding it out. And as she gets out to there, she'll sort of just lean over in front of Vestin with a smile.
He has his hand on his knife. That's close enough, lady. You just back it on up, girl.
She's, you are so paranoid.
Yeah, well, that's not the guy I'm doing business with. Now, if you've got the stones, we'll still do business. So he looks and he says with a bit of a smile, "So, girl, you got the stones?"
Huh? Do you like what I have? And she gives him a big smile. Basically, again, still holding out the open bag, so he can basically inspect all the diamonds.
Huh. You do have them. Damned. Okay.
We want my employer wants the eggs, not trouble.
Done. He holds the egg out with both hands in front of him. Drop the bag. Take the egg.
She sort of looks at the egg, sort of scrunches up her nose. Says, "That looks dirty." Just look.
Benthal will just slowly make his approach. Just be like,
she's holding this open bag of gems, and she's like, "You want me to drop this?" And she says in Elven, "Are we really going to embarrass ourselves in front of these humans?"
He puts the egg down on the ground.
All right, she'll basically shake the bag and lace it back up. So basically if it drops, it doesn't spew all over, and force him to play pickup sticks with it, and then just hold out in both hands, looking bored as hell and done and entirely all done with this shit.
That'll do quite well.
Yes. Look, I signed up. The Elvins feel like I signed up to muscle for this stupid transaction. Can we finish it?
Oh, it's finished.
Fine. She'll hand out the bag. All right.
And that's the button. So as he says that's finished, you hear noises from up above on the rafters, up in the hayloft area, and you see the two thugs go for weapons. Roll initiative.
Yeah. So there's never any way to actually talk a way out of this, was there?
Maybe.
Did that one land on its side?
I see a 6 and a 14.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of sixes.
I forget you do not need to click your character to do the initiative this time, right?
No. And for those of you who haven't used it, the easier way to getting to it is just going to the little fist on the combat tracker and then clicking the dice next to your people.
So, did you say that there were people up in the rafters, or there was just movement in the rafters?
There was movement in the rafters. Probably people now, yes.
Ah, lovely.
He had his magic up, so was magic one of the things moving in the rafters?
It is now. It has been up there the whole time, though. But yes, it suddenly moved.
Yeah, so most likely someone up there has something magical.
So Tala, you see everybody inside then at this moment. You look like you're going first. Is that the one guy drops the egg and sits up there, and you see him. You see a little nervous look as he looks up towards the rafter for a moment, and then he says, "That'll do quite well." And then you see people up on the rafters moving around, up on the. I keep calling it rafters. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's the hayloft. There you go, up on the hayloft. You can see motion, but you can't see the people because you're not up in the hayloft. But you can see through the broken boards and so forth that there's somebody up there, but they've got like insane cover. And you see the other guys pulling weapons. The other two on the ground.
I think you have the game paused.
Oh, yes.
Is the door is the door locked?
No, it's wide open.
She's going to get in. Then attack the one that is. I'm gonna put off an attack. Prepare an attack with a spell. Torn Whip.
Okay.
On this one, when he goes to attack someone.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't attack, she's not going to whip him. But if he attacks, she's gonna whip him.
Oh, I think James said that everyone was basically pulling weapons, so he was basically.
Yes, they are. So you could if you wanted to now. They are attacking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was close to a 20. Nicely done.
That's my
so you whack the guy.
Okay, what can I do as a bonus action?
So that means the
Spirit totem. What are my spirit totem?
Couldn't hear you.
You can yank him towards you if you'd like to.
Yeah, I think basically for Thorn Whip, I don't think the pulling is optional. If the creature is larger or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer, right?
But there's big up to there. That could be up to 0, couldn't it?
Oh, up to. Yeah, okay, cool. So it is optional. Nice.
Features.
I'm gonna make sure if it says an up to in there.
Spirit totem.
You pull the creature up to. Yep, up to. So you pick. Okay. They probably just let loose of the thorn or something as you pull them off their feet or whatever.
Oh, so you're a shepherd druid then, I guess, right?
Looks like. Cool. So what type of one do you summon up?
That's what I'm reading.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna use
put you
the
first. Okay. Summoning druid's got to be the most work of any character class. It's too many
Yeah.
options. It's like, wow, I could
It's
do
just that
50
I wanted
things.
to make sure. So she's going to put up an arc totem, like, right in the middle. Is
The
it?
hawk.
So then it basically anytime
Yeah,
you want to, you can
point
use
I
your
see.
reaction to give people advantage. Okay, but you have to use
Yeah.
a reaction. Okay, cool.
Totem. No, I want to draw. I want to draw. Let me draw.
There you go. You can even use the measuring tool, might work for you as well. And just pick the circle. And then you can just stretch it out 20 feet because it even has a counter on it. What was the range? 20 feet? 30 feet. That's a whole room. You don't need to draw nothing. It's a whole room. Actually,
pretty
it's
much.
and the building outside.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't need to roll anything. Draw anything. I'm just gonna delete that. It's everything.
I just want to know where the token is.
Okay, we can do that.
So there's like a spirit arc in the middle of the room.
Cool. Ah,
Then she's going to move back a little toward the, so no one can go in her back. There we go.
So because
That's my turn.
okay.
And because you chose the hawk, any attacks we make, you can use your reaction to make them advantage.
Yep.
Nice.
And I can we get bonus on spot.
Yes, perception.
Yep.
Very handy.
Yep, and I don't have to choose who gets advantage on perception. We all do.
Spirit Hawk.
Nice.
Oh, they went underneath everything. Oh, my recording is staring at the sign-in screen. That sucks. Hold on.
Oh,
This whole time.
No, just for that last, since I did that, kicked everybody out a few minutes ago. But it's got the audio. So, all right, Cage. Oh, that's where his turn it is. So the thug that's near you goes rushing forward. Kret, sorry, to get him. You see he's got a heavy sap in one hand. It looks like he's going to try to knock you out with it, the club.
he's going for Elm or me?
For you.
Oh, okay.
He'll
You know,
smile.
whack you in the head while you still have a head sticking out. There we go. I need to learn the shortcut keys. All right, so he swings his little club over the top of you, completely misses you. And they don't have... Oh, he does. He gets another swing. Ooh, that time he whacked you. So the first one swings over your head. He brings it in lower and it sort of bounces off your chest a bit. For 6 damage. No. Unless you've got some way to stop that.
No.
And since I'm rolling before you get a chance, if someone has something, you just, whatever. We just bring the roll. If you have something that has to be done before the damage is rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Elm. You see the
Alright.
thugs moving in from the side. They're starting to attack.
All right. Then she will just basically lightly lob the gems at the elf's face and give him a wink, and she will bonus action disengage while running back and pulling out her longbow. Then once you get there, she'll spin around, knock an arrow, and fire at, let's see, Bruton, since he's the one who looks like he's hurt already. So let me make sure I do this correctly. So pick target.
How many movement do you have?
Me 30.
He's fast. Yeah.
30 is regular.
Oh, I thought he was faster than that actually.
I'm faster than that.
Okay. There's my stupid Huck. Couldn't get that down Huck on the map.
So
Shoot
click
5
on
of
him
them.
and see what this does.
You're okay. I misread.
All right, 19.
Very cool. Yeah, the cool thing also here is that when you move your token, you can see the color coding. Green means you're okay. I can't remember what yellow is like moving out, and red, there's no way in the world you're gonna make it.
Yellow is you would have to dash to get
Oh,
there.
thank you.
Nice.
I figured it had to be something that was doable.
All right, so 19.
That's definitely gonna hit. Why don't I see the damage there for you? Okay.
All right, so 17 piercing to Bruton.
Nice. Good lord, almost killed him. First shot went right through into his chest.
Yep,
Heck
17.
yeah.
Yep, 17 plus the 5 from before. So excellent.
Yeah.
All right, and she is done.
So he's staggering back there.
Is there a way that I can apply that damage to him, or do you have to do?
Oh, already did it. Does it automatically.
Oh, badly injured instead of
If
barely
you
injured.
select him, it does it automatically.
Yeah, and he has to before the combat, so he's good. Okay, it's Gesh's turn.
Yeah, that's the problem being a little colorblind. Unfortunately, the
Yeah.
colors for barely injured and badly injured are actually very similar to me.
Yeah.
They're not too far apart from me either. I better go get my eyes checked. Okay. They look pretty close.
You
We have to look into changing that.
You sure it's not periwinkle?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a 2-letter difference anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at the color differences of the two reds. Anyways. So.
I don't think there is a difference. I think
I
that's
don't
just
know.
the color that shows up when they get injured.
Oh, could be. So, Gesh, you see everybody's moving in and attacking around. Someone took a swing and a couple of swings and whacked the turtle in front of you. Elm's shooting arrows from outside and popped one of those guys that's over there on the far side hiding out underneath the rafters.
So where he is, Gesh is just gonna stand there and he's gonna cast. He's gonna cast sleep. And
Okay.
he's gonna place it 20 feet back, so I don't know if this will hit the person up top as well, but he's gonna place it as far as back as well, to get everybody back there.
Why don't you try instead of
There
getting
you go.
it on the
Aw.
people's on the rafters?
Got him.
Oh, are you not getting the injured guy?
You can make one.
That's what I meant. Is that this guy right here? I thought I was the dude up here, Cage.
If
Fine
he
move.
got close
Yeah.
enough to hit him, then Kret would also be in there.
Well, you can choose with the sleep spell, thankfully.
Nope. It's actually it goes lowest hit points to highest hit points.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily a
Oh.
choice.
Yeah.
Do you want to draw your area?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or tell me which ones you want, and then I'll just roll the saves again. No big deal. Because I can undo them. Oh, I got it right here. Undo. Book. Book. Book.
Well, I'm trying to get as many as I can without hitting Kret or anybody else. So
let's drop the
What is
area again.
It's a
20 foot radius.
whatever radius.
Says creatures within a 20-foot radius you choose. That's the Alchemist rating right there.
That's gonna be difficult then.
You probably put out the window.
That would work.
That's a nice
Yeah,
one.
that's probably gonna be your best bet.
Up against the wall over there.
Yeah, after you emphasize with 12, after you put this guy to sleep, Bruton, you're probably not gonna be able to do anyone else since nobody else.
Yeah.
He did 12.
Yeah, not the greatest on a 5d8.
All right, well, that is enough, though, to knock out the one wounded guy.
Well, taking one of them then.
I'll just put him as
That's really it,
incapacitated.
though.
And he's incapacitated and prone, isn't he?
unconscious and prone, which also includes incapacitated.
Done. All right, so the guy that was wounded, looks like he was backing up to go to the stairs, collapses to the floor as your spell goes over him. That was you rolled 12. He had 10, so only 2 hit points roll over, unfortunately, which isn't enough to get anybody.
This one?
Yeah, he's unconscious now.
Okay.
All right, better than none.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, sleep spells are really cool at lower levels.
All
Been
right,
some
intern,
buggies.
bam.
What on earth?
Oh, that's interesting.
I
He's
was
summoning
like-
a portal.
Standing,
I
standing
was
on
like,
a
why is there a
face.
spinning face on there?
Oh, that's cool. That's actually his face. I think I probably put his image in the wrong place because that was supposed to pop up when you hover over him, not the picture of the weird old man. Oh well. Joys of new toys. So he scoops up the bag and heads for the door.
Does he take the egg?
The egg. He looks over. You, not Flynn! And throws you the egg. The egg comes flying over your direction. I'll just make a dex roll, I guess. Ability check. Yeah, he gets it in your area. But actually is about 5 feet short. It looks like it's going to be falling short of you and slamming into the ground short of you. Like maybe he's going to hit where that hawk is hanging out. Anybody have any reactions or anything they can do to stop this egg from hitting the ground?
I have a reaction, but I don't have anything special to do.
No.
Yeah, reactions like that really aren't a thing in the game, unfortunately.
Not unless you were specifically holding your action for him to
Catching
shoot the egg.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the egg goes across. You expect it to come slamming the ground, and it makes a really loud thunk noise. And then a brilliant light goes crashing out across everybody. We're going to make a save rolls. I'm going to request. I'm going to try it out. Request rolls. And I need a con save of 13. And let's see how this works.
Ah.
Nice.
Sorry, little sound effects.
Yeah.
What the hell? So yeah, you just click your little die over there and decide. Well, this is working out fine.
Nice.
And it's the Bethwell. That's too bad. I'm sorry. So our Elm and Bethwell are all creatures in 50 feet. Yes, are blinded for the moment as this
Including
brilliant light goes flashing out and blinding you.
Oh man, he's blinded. How terrible.
Yeah, I know for you.
Infested and Cage and the rest.
Yeah, I'll roll for them too. Good, thank you.
And how long are we blinded for?
1 round into your next round. It's just a flash.
Sorry, we both like clicked it.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, we got a bunch of them. And let me roll for these monkey. Oh wait, no, they don't, because they all know what it does. It says actually in the module. They know what it does. They're not going to be blinded by it because they know to close their eyes. I'm gonna. Well, he's unconscious. I'm gonna roll for him anyways. He's right next to the damn thing. And saves con. Oh, he makes it. And then that's his round. Now he's fiddling with the lock, trying to get out.
All right.
Oh, not quite yet.
Bethul.
Not
Oh,
quite.
aw.
Sorry.
Oh, we tied in the initiative too.
Yeah, you did. Dead on. So we'll just have you both go at the exact same moment at this point. You see this guy jumping up there. He's got a net in his hand. Hay goes flying everywhere that he was underneath, and he throws the net out towards you guys. But you're going to go at the same round. So if you want to do something, even just moving out of the way, that's fine too. Normally I could do that, but I've never had anybody roll the exact same damn thing.
Yeah, it's like the exact same, even like modifier and everything. So I guess if there's a net falling on them, can
It's going to fall
Bethul
over you and Kret.
just like draw
I
his
give you
sword and in one
advantage
swift
on your
motion
attack.
just cut the
Hold on.
net as it's falling?
You could try.
Like
The ox
preemptively
gives-
cut it before it entangles us?
Go for it.
I'm gonna give the ox advantage to you.
Okay.
Alright. So a long sword. I clicked it, did it? It didn't do the thing.
Do the thing.
Well, I'm trying to... why is that not working? Alright, let's try here. I'm clicking the attack, but it's not doing anything.
You've got to have something targeted, I think.
Do I have to have something targeted?
Normally not.
It's like if I'm just clicking the attack, I shouldn't have to have it. I don't know. Let's.
If I go to your actions.
Yeah, I had to have someone targeted in order for it.
I think I may have switched something then. Okay.
I don't want to like hurt him with the attack.
Gotcha. Oh, hold on. Just roll the d20 then, or whatever then, or go ahead and I'll just give it back as hit points. Go for it, and I'll fix it meantime. I don't want to spend time. I only got 18 more minutes.
Oh, that's not an attack. That was just the weapon itself. So I click. Oh wait, hold on. So do I have to click? All right. So I have normal technically on the attack.
Okay.
Because I'm not blinded.
Who are you attacking, anyways? The net, right?
Yeah, the net itself.
Okay. Yeah, you had Vestin targeted. That's why it was being weird. That's right. I can heal him back up then. Okay.
Yep. So does a 17 hit the net?
Yes.
All right. Don't think that's going to deal enough to break the net.
How much damage did you do? Where's it at?
That'll deal 3 damage.
Oh, you need 5.
I know, that's what that was like. Oh man, that would have been really cool. Just he's blinded, just.
All right, well let's roll and see if he actually gets you guys then. Since you guys are going at the same time, the net comes flying over. It's going to go over the top of Kret and well, how big is this net? Hold on, before I even say that. It should be 10 by 10, but
Nets can usually do one person.
yep, that's it. Okay. They're going to throw it over the big guy. Misses anyways. So clips onto your sword. You sweep it out of the way instead of cutting it as it falls to the ground uselessly next to you. Anything else you want to do on your round?
For my turn, yes. Even though he is very obviously blinded, Bethul is just going to very. Why can I not move myself?
It's not your turn.
Yet.
Oh, it's not my turn.
Here, I'll just move you over.
Maybe
Maybe going the same time isn't going to work. We won't do that again.
Well, for movement it doesn't work, but for actions it does. Bethul's just going to very clearly he is holding his eyes shut because of the blinded effect, but he's just going to walk very assuredly to within 10 feet of Mr. Viston over there. He's going to mention to the rest of the people, in case they did not notice the net falling down, that there's people up there.
Okay.
One of them's got a magic something. He's not sure what it is, but it's magic. And he is going to, since he can technically see Mr. Veston, he is going to point his longsword at him and just say, why don't you stop fiddling with that lock? And let's have... Oh, crud, I was targeting myself with that. Whoops. I need to... Let's do... I'll recast it. There we go. Let's not make any more fools of ourselves.
Nice.
What is that?
So, it is basically you and me are going to fight.
Yeah,
If
so
you
he
try-
likes it.
If you try and attack anyone else, you have disadvantage, and as long as I only attack you, you have a really hard time getting away from me.
So he turns around. You see him, he flips that little dagger he was cleaning his nails with, flips it through his fingers rather casually. Yeah, let's do this.
That's my movement, action, and bonus action, so I'm done.
Okay. This guy steps back 5 feet.
What's funny is Bethul is still very clearly blinded, so he's probably like, oh yeah, I can get in a cheap shot with this.
Yeah. I'm going to stab the blind dude. All right. And they're both done. Crit.
So is that an action or a bonus action?
The spell's a bonus action.
But he also stabbed the net as it flew over too. Yeah. What would
Yeah,
crit
sadly
like
I
to do?
can't attack him. I would have attacked him if I had the action, but cutting the net was my action.
Kurt says, "Hey, that's my trick." As he brings out his short spear and stabs at what's his name? Cage. He's gonna
Cage is
move.
swinging at you with his. Yeah, he's the one that clubbed you earlier.
Yep, he's gonna
So-
move here.
Sophia, did you get hit with the net?
No,
No.
it missed me.
Okay, cool.
Moved here. He's gonna. He looks like he's visibly angry. Let's see if this works. He'll rage it up. Oh, it says I don't have any more uses.
Just ignore it. Just use it.
Yep.
Just don't uncheck the box.
I probably didn't do the long rest thing from last time.
Oh, if you take. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So
Yeah,
he'll take a swing with his short spear. Roll. Attack. He's gonna recklessly attack. 17.
It's
And do some damage. 8 points. And
Nice.
then follow up with a claw.
no,
For
not
8.
the claw.
Slice.
Nice.
16 points.
First one slamming into him. Second one slicing across him. The guy staggering back, holding his mace out in front of him, trying to poke you away with it. Get away!
You might want
Clubbing the hell out of him.
And then enter.
All right, and then Hay goes flying again up there. He's not dead. He's not hit.
Just dude in the hay having a random heart attack. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that makes our job easier.
Yeah.
As this guy steps forward to the edge, says a few words, and you can hear him chanting or something or other as he starts casting a spell.
Of course, the magic user has the
The elevation.
elevation. Yeah, I was trying to say like elevantage, like the
That's
advantage of
alright.
elevation.
Not for long. Not for long. If I'm successful, it's going to take a plunge.
Nice. So you feel something grabbing around you and telling you to stand still and not fight, and then you push through it as the spell falls apart around you.
Really annoying thing is I have no idea where he is because I'm blinded at the moment.
Like, damn it! I got a chance to fight a mage. Okay.
Can I just point my sword in a random direction behind me and be like, I'll get to you in a second?
Absolutely.
Oh, watch it. I'm right next to you.
Exactly. So you duck underneath it, or pull your head in. All right, and he steps back a bit as well, out of sight. The wounded, blinded, sleeping guy on the floor lays there.
I'm gonna give myself advantage with the arc, and I'm gonna attack with my thorn wit, but attack the guy, the cultist. Oops. Not really him. How do I target the cultist if I cannot see him?
You don't.
Can you target it for me?
No, I mean you can't unless you have something that lets you target people you can't see.
Oh, well,
there
you
is
said
a-
he came, we saw his head.
Yes, but
There's
you
We
didn't know
never
a
saw
reaction.
he went back.
Yes, so
It-
he poked in and looked up. There are stairs that you can see straight ahead.
No, I don't need to stare. The thorn whip is 60 feet.
Yes, but you can't see him to hit him, unfortunately.
Yeah, he basically moved to the edge of the loft.
He
However,
poked out,
Okay.
cast a spell, and ran up against the wall again and hid behind some stuff.
Okay.
however, it's
Never
possible,
mind, I'm gonna attack
it is
Cage.
possible if you go to the
Then.
other side of the room, you might be able to see him from up there.
But there's some
Depends on the loft
staircases
is.
too if you want. That's right, we don't want to do too much meta. We'll let everybody figure it out.
Where did I saw his head poke at?
You think he's probably one diagonal down and one over. Is
Yeah,
your best
okay,
guess.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move then. Aha. And he's going to fall if I succeed in my attack and I have advantage. Damn it.
There you go.
Bonus action none because I keep the arc there.
Oh, you missed him actually.
Yeah, I
That
missed him.
sucks.
Yeah. Advantage and I still miss.
Anything else you want to try?
Checking my stuff, but I don't think. No. Nope.
Okay. Hit end of
No
turn
one
and-
is hurt. Barely injured. Oh,
No, not on your side.
care. Yeah. The turtle has a scratch on his shell, I think.
Yeah,
That's it.
he's good. All right. Cage takes a swing at you as he's trying to back away a bit, but he's not going to move out of the way.
I said drop.
You know, let's make him make a save first. Save, intelligence save. Nope. Stupid thugs. Okay. Military base. Swing one. Goes wide. Tries again.
Yeah.
Keeps swinging around you, missing madly. Look like he's getting a little frantic and just swinging. Elm.
Alright. Elm will sort of let out a brief cry. Sort of paw at her eyes. She'll stumble forward a few feet into the room and just sort of like look around blindly. Then she'll just sort of point in general directions. Be like, "Thug's got a bum eye. Hit him on the left. The elf doesn't like it when you get in his face. Press him and get under his guard." Help action on both.
Nice.
Okay.
Because as mastermind, I can do that. That's probably the best thing I can do while I'm blind.
Love
Especially when you're
mastermind.
blinded.
Yep. So action. So basically, I can also do it at 30 feet. So action. So basically, both Cage and Veston both have the help action done against them.
Okay, we'll just know for it. I don't want to dig out the things right now. So which ones did you say again? You get put it on?
Cage and Veston.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
get
guess
them.
you can hear them, because technically you have to see or hear the target.
Yeah. That works. I don't really have a token for that right now. I'll think about to consider that. Okay. I'll just know it. Alright. Gesh.
I can't see the dude upstairs. Could Gesh like try to hop up on this
Absolutely.
wagon right here?
Just difficult terrain, one move.
All
So
right,
10
he's
feet
gonna
to get up.
pop up there.
That's what my thug was going to do, but he didn't want to get hit running away.
I better not do that. I guess just pops up there. He's like, "Ah, see ya, bastard!" And he's gonna firebolt the guy up top. If it lets me choose a toad.
Oh dear, is Firebolt one of the fire spells that sets things on fire?
Yep.
Oh yeah, oh shit! Well, it's happening.
Yeah, too bad for those
All
guys.
right.
Don't miss.
Targeting's being weird.
Yeah. One easier way to do it is when you hover over somebody, just hit the T under your keyboard.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's easier than trying to go find that stupid button.
All right. Well, he's gonna do that, and then he's also gonna twin spell and then shoot a shot at Vestin over here.
Okay.
14 for the cultist up there.
Hits nicely.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, 8 damage.
And did you want to roll for Vestin?
Yep, I'm gonna hit them very quick.
I think next time you can probably target them both and do it in one.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna try to do that.
Oh, you twinned it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna twin and hit both of them.
And that means that compel dual breaks.
Oh well.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that. I will change that up then. Because if
Oh,
you
you'll
would
know
have said,
next time.
Well, it's not like he ever explained what he was doing. He's blinded, just saying like, "You, me, let's do this." So
Yeah.
you interpret that as you will.
Yeah, so that's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's one of those once you know each other better as
Yeah.
thinkers.
Yep.
all right, sorry.
No worries.
What was the D20 for?
He has to hit the other guy too.
Oh, I thought he already rolled the hit. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, I rolled on the other guy. We didn't have it set up for both.
Yeah,
And you zapped him too. There's a little nick though. So, fire erupts on the upper floor. And as hay
the
just
rat.
goes up in a conflagration of licking the ceiling, almost like an explosion of fire. And there's flames roaring across the whole top up there, and you hear some screams of surprise. Anything else you want to do, Gesh?
No, that's it. Gesh is realizing he's like, fire's not the best in the situation. I'm sorry. And he's gonna end his turn there.
Oh, hey, you took more damage from the fire than you did your spell.
Whoa.
Nice.
What is going on with Vestin there?
It's his turn. It just keeps doing it. I haven't bothered changing the token back. I hit the wrong button. I guess I can choose the artwork for the spinning thing that tells you it's your turn, but I was trying to pick his picture, and so I did the wrong thing. I stuck his picture underneath there rather than... So, oh well, now I know. But that's what he looks like. And he's like spinning. Okay. So Vestin then...
He is
Well,
no
the spell's
longer
gone.
under
I
the
know, I was
compulsion.
debating. He's getting the hell out of here. He's going to try to, at least. So he takes a step out and starts running. And he's going to target the blind guy. Because he thinks you're blind.
Oh. Interesting. That is... Oh, goodness gracious, what is... Why'd that pop up twice?
Oh, good lord. Well, he's only take the first one.
Oh, I got shot at twice, that's why it popped up. You edited my Mage Slayer so that way if someone within 5 feet of me attacks, it pops up.
think that guy's technically like 16 feet above you, right?
Yeah, he is. He's way up there. Unfortunately, this
Yeah,
thing's tall.
but he's technically like right. Like according to the game, he's like right next to me. And Mage Slayer only triggers if they cast a spell within 5 feet of me.
We'll have to work on that one. Okay. So yes, this guy, damn, good shot too. From way up there, you twang as this arrow pops down and zaps you in the shoulder for 10. Good lord. And just to make sure he doesn't have oh, he does. Can he do?
Well, he did 2 attacks already by the looks of it.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to roll. That was my mistake. And oh no, that was one attack. I don't know why I showed it twice. So one attack that did 10 points of damage, and then his other one. Roll for this one. This time it just does. Well, I click it carefully, and it still shows twice. Oh no, it's the same thing. 19. I have no idea what's going on.
It's still 2 attacks, but they just happened to both miss, but then both rolled.
So, all right. Second one misses. First one hits. We'll move on. And he backs up then as well.
All right. And how long were we blinded for?
You're done at the end of your round. It has to be 1 round. So that was last round. So you're okay now.
Oh, sweet. So I can remove that effect.
Yeah, probably should have taken it off before.
It doesn't have a duration on the effect, but yay, cool, awesome. Crap. All right. He's gonna look to Elm and like just kind of like hold up like, did you get him? Like, did you do the thing?
Now that she can see, she just basically gives a quick shake of her head. No.
He's going to sigh and just take off sprinting after him then.
Okay.
So 15 feet to there, so he's right over
Right there, at the edge of the building. You can still go.
Alright. Well, just in case...
And if you wanted to go diagonal, you could have. You didn't have to go straight out.
Yeah. It doesn't change the distance at all.
Good point.
That I have to cover. As he's running up towards him, he's going to use his last spell slot that he has to compel duel, keep him from running away further.
Missed. Good job.
Alright, and then using the remainder of my movement, I'm going to continue running up. And I'm going to, using my longsword, I'm just going to, not targeting him, I'm targeting me. I'm going to non-lethally just, less like cutting him with it and more like flipping the blade over and just pommeling him like in the side, like under the ribs or something. Just like this meaty crack of like the base of the sword.
Got it.
Your first attack has advantage, by the way, for my help.
That's right.
Well, I only have 1, so...
Oh, that's right, we're the level. Curve.
Yeah. But hey. Oh, the 11 missed you? Yeah, I guess he's got good armor. It's like,
yeah, he probably has good dex.
15.
Ah, yeah. Just barely missed him.
Anything else? That was a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Okay.
all that I can do at the moment. He is compelled to duel me once more, and he is within 5 feet of me, so if he tries to run away, I just stab him.
Got it. Crat.
Krat's gonna do the old 1-2 again. First, come in with his short spear. Oh, I didn't target him. There we go. And do I have advantage from Elm?
On Cage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you for keeping track of that.
21.
Nice. Everything hits.
Oh. 8
Oh.
Wait. How'd that work? Anyway. I don't know
Well, what's
if
it supposed to
right.
be?
Well, he rolled a 1. How's he getting 8 from...
We'll just go with it for now. We'll figure it out later.
Okay. I'll have to look at that for sure.
Yeah, I'm like,
I think come in with a claw.
So it looks like it's a 1 plus 3 plus. What's the floor for?
I think that's because it's based because of his martial art. No, that all that floor stuff is basically how it calculates his rage damage. It's a weird formula.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's 13. Holy Christ.
What's the extra plus 2 then at the end?
Let's see. That's a good question. So slashing, obviously, plus 3 for his strength, plus 2 for things.
God no, he's a monk.
I'm not really sure, honestly.
Barbarian. God knows. We'll look at it again later.
Yeah.
But
he's only
more
Yeah.
than enough to take him out. He didn't have that much. So your first one whacks at him. He staggers back. The claw swipe comes in. He collapses on that one, grasping and gasping as he collapses to the ground.
He looks back. You okay? And as he starts heading towards 20, going. He's actually going to keep an eye here. He sees that. Bethuel, how do you say your name?
Beth Yule.
Bethuel has got him cornered, and he's all done.
Yeah, it's like it's biblical name, so it's always hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try a sacred flame on the dragonborn. Nope. There we go.
What?
Don't know where they're.
Must be
trying. There we go.
There must be like some button I keep hitting that deletes my token.
Delete your token? You sure you're deleted? Oh yeah, you're deleted.
Yeah,
You came back. All right, and try to go a little faster. Total miss. All right, and moving on. Then he tries to step back again.
He's still burning up there?
Oh yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, we'll give him another dice 6 of damage, and he's gonna rush towards the stairs. That's a much better idea. But to get the hell out of here. So he's gonna get to there after he casts his little sacred flame. And let's give him another die 6 damage. Bruton's running out. Oh, he wakes up. Actually, he's still sleeping, ain't he? He's till the fire starts dropping things on him. Okay. All right. So at this point, hold your action, Elm. Elmas, you're there behind you. You hear some noises behind you, and you see walking up behind is a half-orc and like 4 other guys. And the half-orc's, he's got some armor on too. He's got armor and a sword, and he's slapping his sword. And he's like, and you instantly recognize them as belonging to the mayor's crew, one of the thieves guilds here in town. Not these guys. And he's walking up here like, what's this happy shit? Hey there, lady. And we'll stop it at that point. And we'll bring, and I'll get a bigger map so we can fight outside here next time too, because this is sprawling.
Okay, cool. Could you move Elf 1 to the west and change her initiative to 12.16?
Oh,
west.
he had to roll again.
Yeah, the west.
I forgot to do it.
Did I say west?
No, I just mean not doing it right, but I have to figure out. I've never changed initiative yet, so I'm not sure how to do it yet.
Oh, fair enough.
Update. Can I do that? There it is. Oh, I could even change your little thumbnail. Okay, you said 12.16?
Yep. Right before Gesh.
So what you know from this town is these guys, they're just looking for a quick opportunity, and it looks like they're showing up to see what they can roll some of you guys for whatever's going on.
Okay.
And we will quit at that point. That was a quick night.
Sorry about that, guys.
So how long did... Well,
Oh,
sorry
about what? Nothing wrong.
I was late.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, Gabe, but you just missed the introductions was the problem. We all went around and did a round robin while we were waiting for you. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you, everybody. How did the... Let me hit the stop for you to run out the door here.